Figure 14.6 shows the three different kinds of water erosion that typically happen on soils: sheet, rill, and gully erosion. I just want to make an observation in terms of the precipitation types that cause each one of these to happen. And we're going to speak in generalities here. We're not talking about necessarily specific instances where we may have kind of overlap. But I just want to say, for gully erosion over here to the right, typically what we have for precipitation events that make this kind of erosion occur are high frequency, high velocity, larger raindrop events that occur fairly rapidly. They're not typically not long-term events. Flash flood. They are typically flash flood events where we have intense rainfall for a short period of time that can cause these gullies to happen like this. Typically, we say that gullies aren't able to be fixed with regular tillage implements. So you can see the depth of these gullies would make them impassable by tractors and not able to be fixed. We move over here to rill erosion. And rill erosion is typically less intense, longer duration rainfall events. So the droplet size isn't as large. The duration can be longer. That lend itself to this. And in fact, in our area, this is one of the typical types of water erosion events in the West. So in our area, by our area, I mean the West. These are typical water erosion events that we see here, where we freshly tilled an area, maybe even done construction on a roadside, and had a rainfall event occur where you see these small, what we call rivulets, that have formed because there's been enough water that's not being infiltrated into the soil and is moving overland, but it's not moving very fast because the volume may not be as large as what we would have for a high intensity, short duration rainfall event that can cause a gully erosion event to happen. Sheet erosion doesn't necessarily denote a certain kind of precipitation event as much as it does water moving in a manner over the land. And you can see that these areas in this picture are often protected areas. So you see these rocks are sitting on top of here protecting. So there is rainfall, and this is related to a rainfall event, but it's not a fast enough rainfall event to undersweep these pedestals that are being formed. So it's not necessarily a high velocity, but it is related to some rainfall, oftentimes on a lesser percentage slope, a less steep slope. You'll have these kind of runoff events where water is collected, or water is collecting up at the top and moving as a sheet downward. So it's not necessarily that we're dealing with rainfall events on this particular area, but that you have water moving down in a way to move this material off the unprotected areas. So these are related to. So each of these different types of water erosion on soil are related to precipitation types as well.